With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State, the former... It's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Check. What I need? Check. 55 to Mike. Let's go. Let's 50. 2. Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
What's tight and right? We got 50. We got 4.
Listen to me. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the slant. 2. Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
Hey, 32, let's 50. Hey, can.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourself and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, This time, the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Taylor and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins, and that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
On 3rd down, Cousins, and able to find Dorsett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bring up 48.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drop,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check 50.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On the draw, this is Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Corey Littleton, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing, Cousins, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Cousins. Caught out right by Renfro. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Cousins now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Can't.
Watch it, let's make these babies cry.
They'll run with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Hey, can't.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Ready. And Lobo. You're not ready. Head up.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, check 20.
first down. Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Shift. Listen. Zebra.
From the 22, Cousins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Hey, exit. Get wide.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Renfrow, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now Taylor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, it's Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. This one into the hands of Burton. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think